Gestures made by the pair are said to signify the nature of the Duchess of Sussex and Duchess of Cambridge's relationship to one another, including a lack of smile or a forced interaction. A body language expert has examined the sisters-in-law during moments they were photographed together in an attempt to decode their friendship, and whether it suffered during the time they spent as royal family members together. Kate, Duchess of Cambridge married Prince William, and 7 years later, U.S. actress Meghan Markle wed William's brother Prince Harry. Body language expert Judy James told The Mirror that the relationship between the Duchesses had started to sour and claimed there were moments that the two were pretending to be close friends for the cameras. Ms. James claims that the relationship between the women was built on a series of assumptions, including that they were naturally destined to be the closest of chums and allies, like Diana and Fergie were. The second assumption is that actress Meghan would become an addition to the royal family, at the same level and state as Diana and Kate, i.e. young, nervous, lacking in experience and in need of support, protection and hands-on coaching. While the third assumption, which she claims was the largest, is the likening of the two dukes as a royal version of Jedward, who along with their wives would form a very idealistic Fab Four. The second motion was rebuffed by the expert, as she claims there was no way on this planet that Meghan, whom she describes as a super-confident divorced woman close to 40 with a career as a Hollywood actress, who was a very active and passionate speaker and campaigner, would require aid or hand-holding for her new role within the monarchy. She claims that sister-in-law Kate would be daunted by her new sister-in-law's confidence, energy and professionalism, and that she and Meghan played a role in a smokescreen for a rift she alleges is apparent between brothers William and Harry. Ms. James analyzed the Royal Quartet's feature at the Royal Foundation Forum in 2018, which saw Kate, pregnant with Louis, sit alongside Meghan and their respective husbands on stage, and described the appearance as gruesome. She said, Kate and Meghan appeared to have been dressed from the same royal dressing-up box and seated in similar poses to make it look like the launch of a new royal doll for the collection. She then added, despite matching frocks, there was already a sense from Meghan and Kate's body language that Meghan's experience, passion, drive and urgency for her cause was in contrast to Kate's method of sitting back in her seat and watching the on-stage sibling tussle with a polite smile. Kate had spent years being marinated in royal rules, procedures and restrictions, so Meghan's sense of purpose for a cause must have hit like a bath bomb. She also looked at the sister-in-law's visit to Wimbledon in July 2018, shortly after Meghan and Harry's nuptials. She claims that the Duchesses put in a very Diana and Fergie body language display at the tennis to signal publicly that all was well and suggest they really were the best of pals, following rumors that the royals had rode over flower girl dresses prior to Harry and Meghan's May wedding. She added, the body language here did suggest an intention to log friendly rapport from both women, suggesting they were united in their messaging at least. She signified that Kate used gestures such as lots of eye contact and appreciative gestures, to signal she really was bonding with her sister-in-law, and the mirroring between the women did hint they were enjoying one of the key interests they shared. The women were also witnessed whispering and laughing together behind their hands, in a move which Judy James says was to suggest they now had a more than just polite relationship and were beginning to look like genuine friends. She said, the balcony poses and photos of the two women at more formal events might have looked iconic in terms of defining a rift, but the context is slightly wrong. Perhaps because of William and Harry's spat, the royal pecking order was suddenly more defined at these events, and Harry and Meghan always seemed to be pushed back into the chorus line behind William and Kate. Elsewhere, the expert claimed that during a Christmas 2018 walk to church, the royals displayed signals of denial, and described the act of Kate chatting and smiling with Meghan as a set piece for the cameras. The expert also paid particular attention to the royals' last public appearance as a four-piece, stating that the tension was much more obvious and palpable in images that show the couples attending the Commonwealth service at Westminster Abbey in March. Ms. James said, even Kate's signature smile had vanished on what was Harry and Meghan's last gig before they fled to the arms of Oprah. We didn't get to see if Meghan's bravely polite smiles of greeting were returned by her sister and brother-in-law, but the way her beaming smile dropped like a brick suggested they were not.